What's up, you guys? This is Jenny. This is our Reiki Restorative class. I'm going to move the camera very quickly. Forgive me. You can see me a little bit better. We're going to be doing wall postures again today, which I freaking love doing those. I think they're so comfortable. They're so great for our body because any of those postures where our legs are elevated and up, it gives our heart a chance to rest and relax, which that heart is just constantly working. It's always doing its thing. Just like the breath is always coming in and out, the heart is always beating. And so it's good to just give ourselves a break, give that part of our body the opportunity to rest, to restore as well, and to give it some ease. But it also feels so good on the body to me. So get ready for that today. So we won't need a ton of other props besides the wall, potentially a pillow to put your head under, maybe some blocks or something to put under your legs if you need them, or like a strap to hold your legs up if you need that. You can also use like a belt or yoga bands or anything like that. So I read a quote in my Masters of the Far East book I've been teaching out of, and it really hit home for me. And it said, words are things, thoughts are things, where your thoughts are, you are. And that couldn't be more true. And I think I mentioned to you guys last week, and I'm having a hard time remembering if it was in this class or a different class, where I was talking about how I had done a Harvest Moon really beautiful class with Siri B and Austin Yogi, Kundalini Yogi. And he was talking about how if you want to know like the quality of the harvest, if you want to assess the quality of your harvest, and you want to eliminate the things that are not bringing life, they're not bearing fruit, then it's important for you to really pay attention to your thoughts. Not only pay attention to them, write them down in a day and take note of the quality of those thoughts. Because that's going to tell you exactly what you're being the magnet of for more energy, bringing it back into your experience. And I love how this book says it, because often we think of thoughts, we think of words, we think of all of that stuff as abstract. We don't think of them as being real things. We have been taught this grand illusion of what's real, what's not real, what's spirit, what's not spirit. And the funny thing is spirit is what's real. This visual experience with the mortal eyes, this is the illusion. It's not real. The spirit is the real. And I know that's really hard for some of us to get our heads around, to wrap our heads around that. But this is a projection. This is a projection according to where I'm choosing to focus my energy, the energies that I'm choosing to feed, where I'm choosing to place my attention. So thoughts are things, words are things, where your thoughts are, you are. And our thoughts are so insidious. They're so deeply dyed in the wool, steeped in the wool, ingrained in our being. Not even just from us, potentially even from like our ancestors and their experiences, that we're carrying the energy of these attachments. And that's exactly what it is. It's an attachment. It's an attachment to a thought. It's an attachment to a word. It's an attachment to a circumstance and expectations of specific outcomes, right? And this is where we have to stop, and we have to reframe our perception. We have to shift our mindset. We have to expand our consciousness and be willing to see more. The more that exists in the spiritual realm, which most people will tell you is the place that's not real, that's where so much of our work is to be done, guys. That is where the whole well of universal consciousness exists within that space. Every idea that's ever been thought exists within that space. All the desires of the heart exist within that space. All needs are met within that space. Everything is there. Everything. So we have to learn to look. not with the mortal eyes, but with the spiritual eyes. We have to look beyond, right? And I told you guys in this last class that I did for Slow Flow, I had the coolest experience when I went and taught yoga for Hellbent for Bikers at Southern Throwdown this last weekend. I cannot tell you how many people have told me, like, this thing is not going to work. This thing couldn't work. These are not the people who want to do this stuff. Nobody's going to show up. Everybody loves to tell you why something's not going to work. There's a few people who are super supportive. They're like, yeah, you can do this, And it doesn't matter. Essentially, it doesn't matter what anybody says about it. It only matters what the desire of my own heart says. And the desire of my heart says, this is my community. This is where I'm meant to invest my energy. It's that simple. And so I'm getting ready for to get ready for class. Super feeling that anxiousness, the anxiety feeling inside of me, that intense energy rising up inside of me. And that's in the past where I would be tempted to attach a lot of negativity to it, where I would be tempted to tell old stories. What if nobody shows up? What if nobody comes to this class? What kind of idiot am I thinking that this is a great environment for these kinds of teachings? How is this ever going to work, right? I could have totally gone there, and my mind wanted to. Like, there was the thoughts that started to creep in, other people's voices saying the things, and I had to just stop myself and say, no, stop rolling with those thoughts. That is not my truth. That is not my truth. My truth says that energy that I'm feeling, that massive well of energy, that big excitement, that burst of energy that I'm feeling in my chest, that's not negativity. That's not fear. That's not anxiety. That is the beacon of my heart, shining the light, being the magnet for all of those people to show up, to join me on the mat, so that I can share what I love, so that I could be of service to my community, so that I could access those parts of the community that most people think will never get it. They don't want to do it. Why invest in them, right? There was something there, and man, that heart, as soon as I made that mental shift, the moment I decided that was not my truth and I was going to choose to expand my consciousness to witness this from a different place, I knew that it was true. I knew that was the beacon, that was the magnet, that energy was so strong because it was meant to be, and it was meant for that time and space. And I had so many people show up on the mat. So many awesome people showed up on the mat, and they were so loving, so supportive. They totally got me. They were so amazing to share that day with, and it was just so beautiful. And you guys, like, if we can't start to flip the script, we miss out. That's the thing. We miss out. What if I had continued to feed that energy that said nobody's going to show up? The old fears, paying attention to other people's truths and what other people thought to be true and other people's expectations of the experience. What if I invested in that? What if instead of recognizing that as my beacon, I mistaked it, or I had that mistaken identity that it was fear, that it was anxiety, that it was just truth manifesting that this wasn't going to work? Maybe nobody would have showed up because that beacon wasn't fully lit. It wasn't fully open. You know what I mean? So it's so important to pay attention, and not just pay attention to our thoughts, to our words, to our choices, to our actions, all of the things that we invest our energy in. It is important that we are conscious about them, that we choose consciously. We choose the things that uplift and support, that are reflective of the dream of the heart, the desire of the heart, anything can be true. Either one of those outcomes could have been true for me. But I chose the outcome that was aligned to this. I chose the outcome that allowed me to fulfill that desire of my heart. My truth was that was my beacon, that was my heart calling out to those people. And they listened, they joined me on that mat. We have to really learn to step into our power. That is our power. Our power fully revolves around our ability to choose. Our power is in the choice. So today, I want us to be thinking about, what am I choosing? What is my truth? What are my words? What are my thoughts? Are they aligned to my heart's desires? Or do they draw me deeper into my fears, into my anxieties, into my stress, into societal views? It's time. It's time to pay attention. It's time to choose consciously. And it's not just the feelings, or it's not just the thoughts, it's not just the words that are things, it's the feeling behind them. I had two conflicting feelings that day, right? Because my thoughts started to move in one direction, and the feelings started to roll with the thoughts. The feelings arose as those thoughts moved forward. And I had to choose not to engage. I had to choose not to accept that was my truth, not to continue to feel into the energy of those words, and shifting my focus to what I believe to be true, and investing my heartfelt energy in the beauty of that. To know that the energy of my heart could project itself with that much magnitude, with that much greatness, with that much energy welled up inside of me. Instead of holding on to it and keeping it inside of myself, I decided to push it out, to let it go, and allow that to be the magnet. I didn't become attached to it. It gave me the opportunity to feel excitement that I was fulfilling my truth, to feel the excitement of what could be, and to allow it to move through me, to push it out and draw in all of those people. So disciplining ourselves, controlling our thoughts and feelings, using only positive, constructive words and thoughts sent forth with divine love. Our body and mind respond to that righteousness. And I love the way they put it in this book. It says right-use-ness. Right-useness. Righteousness. Discipline and control our thoughts and feelings. Use only the positive, constructive words and thoughts sent forth with divine love. As soon as I recognized my truth, as soon as I owned into that truth, I sent it forth with that projection of love from my heart. And let that be the magnet. Let it expand, express, explode out of me. And love is the most important thing of all. It casts out fear. It conquers all. There's no door that enough love will not open. So while we're in these postures today, I want you to be really honest with yourself, your thought life, the things that you think, the words that you say. Are they aligned to your truth that you are divine? Are they supportive? Are they constructive? Are they positive and loving? In any of those areas that you recognize that they are not, it is time to expand the consciousness. It's time to shift the perception. It's time to release the expectations and the attachments. So let's go ahead and start by getting centered in our body. We're going to drop those shoulders back and down, close the eyes, and just start to breathe into the body. On every inhalation, drawing in all things positive, constructive, and loving. And on every exhalation, releasing the energy of everything that is not aligned to that. Feeling is the motivating power that makes words live and thoughts come alive. Keep breathing into your body. Inhaling nice and deep. Exhaling fully and completely. Feeling that spine aligning and becoming more and more lengthened all the way up through the crown of the head, rooting through the tailbone and all of those points of the body, connected to the earth. There's no gulf that enough love will not bridge. No wall that enough love will not tear down. No disease that enough love will not heal. Really slow and gentle, open up those eyes. We're going to come into that first restorative posture, utilizing the wall. So let's talk about how to come up with the legs on the wall, in case you don't remember. Go ahead and place that pillow wherever it is that your head's going to be. We're going to take those glutes and we're going to stack them on top of each other with them pressed up against the wall. So my right leg is stacked on top of my left leg. My right leg is at the top here. I'm going to come down onto my left forearm. And then I'm going to draw myself all the way down onto the side body, and I'm going to swing my legs up and around onto that wall. And then just take your time adjusting your body. You can scooch a little bit closer if those glutes aren't right up against the wall. You need a little bit more support. Go ahead and close your eyes and just start breathing into your body here. Just with those legs straight up the wall. This is where if you want to place a strap around your ankles or those shins, you can feel free to do so. Or a yoga band or a belt, just so that you don't have to focus on keeping those legs up. Otherwise, just sinking into the breath. With every exhalation, feeling that body relaxing deeper and deeper and deeper. Consciously moving through the body from the crown of the head to the tip of the toes. Consciously relaxing every single part of the body. Inviting it to open up, to unfold, to relax, and to release. Arms are at the side of the body, palms can be face up to receive, face down the ground. Where are you struggling? Where are you having a hard time manifesting efficiently in a way that is aligned to your highest and greatest good? That is where your attention needs to go. Analyzing the quality of thoughts, the quality of words that you utilize to co-create within the physical reality. Breathe and relax. We're going to come into our first posture. So keeping that left leg lengthened up the wall, we're going to bend through our right leg, and we're going to take that leg and cross it just underneath the left knee, almost like a figure four, with the leg lengthened up the wall. Close the eyes and breathe into the body. Again, you can use your strap here if you want to. You can place one part of the loop of the strap just underneath the right knee, and the other part of the loop of the strap just underneath the left knee. We never want to place those restrictive props or place any kind of pressure on our joints. Just remember, we're never pressing into pain or tingling or numbness. And especially in these restorative postures, we really want to fully relax. Thoughts are things. Words are things. Where your thoughts are, so are you. Deepen the breath so that we can get ready to move the body and take this posture to the opposite side. We're going to lengthen through the right leg this time, bend through the left knee, drape that ankle just over the right thigh underneath the knee, bending through the left, breathing into the body. There's an absolute difference in awareness of a thought, awareness of a feeling, and investing in it or feeding it, attaching to it. Awareness simply means that you see it. You're aware, but you choose not to engage. You choose not to feed the energy by promoting more of the same quality of energy. Like a snowball of energy that might start small, but the more you focus on it, the more you feed it, the more energy you add to it, the bigger it becomes, the more destructive it becomes, the more overpowering it becomes. We must learn to be aware, to recognize the quality of the energy, to decide whether it is the quality of energy that we choose to engage in or not, and then to let it go and shift our attention, or to feed it and to promote more of the same quality of energy. To see, to know, to be aware is okay. It's when we feed it, it's when we choose it, that it becomes a potential problem. The moment you begin to tell the story about the thing, consciously feeding the energy of it. Deepening through the breath. Lengthen through the left leg now. Both legs long on the wall. We're going to take our right leg and gently rest the sole of the foot across the left thigh. And deepen the breath. Once again, deepening the breath. Nice and slow and gentle, beginning to lengthen through the right leg, allowing it to meet the left, and then taking it to the opposite side, bending the left leg, planting the sole of the foot on the outside of the right thigh. Arms gently resting at the side of the belly or on the belly. Your hands can be face up in the earth, face down. Super, super slow and gentle. Coming back to the breath. Back to the body. Lengthening through the left leg, allowing it to meet the right. This time we're going to take the left foot, bending that left leg towards the right side. We're going to cross the right leg over the left. Close the eyes. And sink back into the breath. You can even take those feet up on the knife's edge and open up almost like you're sitting cross-legged. Just listen to your body, or you can keep the soles of the feet flat with the knees more up. Just feel into whatever feels the most comfortable and most safe. Where have you been choosing energies that don't feel good, that don't support you, that don't open you up to the inheritance of everything that you deserve? All of the abundance, all of the beauty, all of the peace, all of the love. On our next inhalation, we're going to lengthen through both legs so that we can take it to the opposite side, crossing the left leg over the right this time. So you're going to take the left leg to the side, drop the right foot down, planting the sole of the foot onto the wall, crossing the left foot over the right. Again, you can come up on the knife's edges and open up those legs like you're sitting in easy pose, or you can keep the soles of the feet flat with the knees more towards the chest. So just listen to your body and whatever feels best to you. Close the eyes and come back to the breath. back to your own self, that higher self. We have to become conscious of our own destructive thought patterns, aware of our own limitations, to recognize where we're no longer choosing what's aligned to our highest and greatest good, just because somebody else said so, because of some old rules or beliefs or thoughts. Because this is what will make other people happy. We have to choose. That is where your power lies. In your ability to choose. To broaden your perception. And expand your consciousness. Really slow and gentle, deeply inhale. Exhale nice and deep. And inhale and lengthen through both legs. We're going to do one last posture on the wall here before we come into our final Shavasana corpse pose. So take the soles of the feet, gently rest them on the wall and welcome down as far as you comfortably can. This is almost going to be like a happy baby posture. So move those feet around so that you can come into that most comfortable, most supportive expression of this posture. And close the eyes and breathe into the body. Really slow and gentle whenever you're ready. Rolling over onto the left side in the fetal position. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then whenever you're ready, push that pillow out of the way. Push yourself away from the wall so that you can come into your final Shavasana posture. Lengthening through the legs, adding any props or pillows that you might need to support this final posture of our practice today. Breathing into the body. Don't give up on yourself, ever. Believe in change. Believe in fresh starts. Believe that an hour, a month, a year can change anything and everything. Believe in transformation, a breakthrough, a breakdown leading to a breakthrough. Keep healing and growing, not so you can be a better version of yourself, but so you can be a freer version of yourself. Free yourself from limits and limiting beliefs and limited personal narratives. Believe that you can change your story. See your past through a new filter. Let go and find yourself in a future full of magic and synchronicities in right places, right time. Let go of plans, control, grasping, clenching. Sometimes you have to let life lead you. Sometimes you have to take a deep inhale, a big exhale, and admit to yourself that you still have hope. Don't let the world harden you. Try as it will to do so. Believe in you. Start within. Free yourself. Listen to yourself. Honor yourself. Let that still voice within be the guiding light for a while. Exhale. Start coming back to the breath, back to your body, your incredible, magical, beautiful body. Start wiggling the fingers and toes. Wrapping hands around the wrists, feet around the ankles. Taking gentle stretches. Rolling over onto the right side in the fetal position. A couple more deep breaths. Press into the left palm whenever you're ready. Drawing yourself upright to a seated position to complete our practice today. 3 long set nams. I am truth, truth is my name, truth is my identity. Take those hands in prayer pose, tuck those thumbs into the chest and inhale nice and deep. Exhale fully and completely. And then inhale to begin. Satnam. 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 Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this class. This is such important information for me. Like, this is the stuff that changes my life. Like, it gives me such a better quality of life. And that's always what I want for each and every one of you, to have better, more fulfilled, more holistic, more authentic experiences. And I love you guys so, so much. I hope this helps you guys. And thank you so much for the comments that y'all leave me. It brings me so much joy to read those comments. I can't even tell you. And don't hesitate to leave me more, because I sure do enjoy reading them. It makes me feel connected to you guys, even though I'm not always, seeing you on the Zoom calls anymore or anything like that. I can actually know that you're there, that you are enjoying your classes and getting what you need. So I love you guys so much. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. So until then, bye guys.